may not realize it, but some of what you feel tonight is not even yours. That tightness behind your ribs, the heavy sigh that keeps arriving, the sudden sadness with no story attached. As an empath, you don't just notice people, you absorb them. And because you are kind, you often mistake this absorption for love. But here is the strange truth that changes everything. When you keep carrying what belongs to others, your own life has less room to deliver its gifts. Not because you are being punished, because your inner hands are already full. So tonight, I'm going to show you how to set down the invisible weight gently, without drama, without guilt. And then we will make space for something you may have forgotten you are allowed to receive. Your calm, your clarity, your blessings. And the most surprising part is this: you won't need to chase them. You will simply become available to them again. A tone hint equals whisper. A pace hint equals very slow. FX equals low reverb. Volume equals soft. Presence equals 0. 94. Emphasize equals safe inner room. Name it. And release. Rightful space. Before we go anywhere tonight, let's create one thing first. A safe inner room. Not a place you must earn. A place you are allowed to enter simply. Because you exist. Let your eyes rest in whatever way feels natural. If they are open, let them soften. If they are closed, let the darkness be friendly. And if your thoughts are busy, let them be busy for. Now, we are not here to fight your mind. We are here to guide your system into rest. Take one slow breath in through the nose. Not a big breath. Just a gentle, an honest breath. And let it go as if you are exhaling a small secret you no longer need to keep. Again, breathe in and out. Now listen carefully, because this is where your sleep journey becomes different from ordinary relaxation. You are not only calming down, you are coming back to ownership. Empaths often live with a quiet confusion that feels like this. You wake up feeling responsible, and you cannot explain why. You walk into a room, and your mood changes, and you assume it must be you. You speak to someone, and later you replay their pain in your body as if it were your own. And because you are sensitive, you learned to adapt early. You learned to scan. You learned to anticipate. You learned to become the emotional weather report for everyone else. That skill once protected you. It helped you belong. It helped you avoid conflict. It helped you keep the peace. But your nervous system may still be working like a finely tuned antenna, even when you are finally safe. So tonight we will do something soft, but powerful. We will tell your system, gently and clearly, that the broadcast can turn down. Now, bring your attention to the surface of your skin. Just notice that you have a boundary, not a wall. A boundary, a living edge, a place where you end, and the world begins. Feel the air touching your face, your forehead, your cheeks, the small space around your lips. If you can, allow your jaw to loosen by one small degree. Not forcing, permitting. Now notice your shoulders. Empaths often hold other people there, as if the shoulders were hooks for invisible bags. So let your shoulders drift down, even a little. And as they drop, say silently, with kindness, I don't have to carry everything. Let that sentence land like warm water. Not as a demand, as permission. And now, place your awareness in your chest. You might feel tightness or pressure or a fluttering restlessness. Whatever you notice, do not label it as a problem. Label it as information. Here is the first micro skill. We will use it all night, like a gentle key. When a feeling rises, you will do 3 things. You will name it. You will bless it. And you will release it. Name it simply. This is heaviness. This is worry. This is not mine. Or if you are not sure, you can say, this may not be mine. Then bless it. Not because it belongs in you, but because everything softens when it is met with respect. You can bless it with a simple phrase like, may you find your way home. And then release it. Not with force, with a slow exhale, as if you are opening your hand and letting a feather float away. Let's practice once. Right. Now, notice the strongest sensation in your body in this moment. Maybe it is behind the eyes. Maybe in the throat. Maybe in the stomach. Wherever it is, we are not trying to fix it. We are restoring rightful space. Name it. Just one or two words. Quietly, internally. Then bless it. May you find your way home. Then release it on the exhale. Good. Now bring attention down to your belly. Many empaths hold emotional residue there, like an archive of other people's unfinished stories. So let the belly be soft. If your belly tightens, that is fine. Just let it know it is safe to loosen later. We are patient here. Breathe in and out. Now we will widen your safe inner room. Imagine that the space inside you has a gentle light. Not bright, not dramatic, but a calm, dim, moonlit glow. This light does not push anything away. It simply shows what belongs to you and what does not. In this moonlit glow, you can begin to sense a difference. Your own emotions feel rooted. They have a center. They have a clear voice. Borrowed energy feels scattered. It feels like static. It feels like noise without a name. So tonight, whenever you notice static, you will not panic. You will simply say, "This is borrowed energy." And your system will start to relax, because it finally has a category for it. Now let's move to the hands. Notice your palms. Notice your fingers. How often have you been reaching for people who could not hold you back? How often have you offered warmth, while forgetting that you are allowed to keep warmth for yourself? Let your hands rest. And in your mind, repeat slowly, "My care is sacred. My care is guided. My care returns to me." Because this is not selfish. This is intelligent love. The kind of love that does not bleed you dry. The kind of love that remains even after you say no. Now bring your attention to the back of your body, the places you cannot see, your shoulder blades, your spine, your lower back, the back of your legs. And empaths often feel exposed from behind, as if they must always watch for what others need. So let the back of your body meet the bed. Let the bed hold you. You do not have to hold yourself up tonight. You are allowed to be supported. And now, a question, and asked softly. What if your sensitivity was never meant to be a burden? What if it was meant to be a compass? And what if the compass works best when it is not drowning in everyone else's weather? So tonight we are not shutting you down. We are tuning you. We are returning you to your own frequency, the one that fits your life, the one that calls your blessings without strain. Take another slow breath in and out. In this safe inner room, make one simple agreement with yourself. If something is not yours, you do not have to solve it. If something is not yours, you do not have to suffer it. If something is not yours, you can love people without carrying them. Let those words settle. Not as a rule, as a relief. And now, as you continue breathing, notice what begins to happen when your inner hands are not clenched. There is room. There is quiet. There is a softness that feels like returning to your rightful space. In the next part, we will begin the first true clearing. Not by pushing anyone away, but by gently unhooking what never belonged to your body in the first place, so your own blessings can find you more easily. Tone hint equals healer hypnotic. Pace hint equals very slow. FX equals echo chamber. Volume equals soft. Presence equals 0. 93. Emphasize equals energetic boundaries. Gentle unhooking. Returning to yourself. Now that you are resting inside your safe inner room, something subtle is already changing. You may not be able to name it yet, but your body recognizes it. There is less effort in holding yourself together, less scanning, less listening for signals that never truly belonged to you. And this is important to understand. When an empath begins to relax, the nervous system sometimes reacts with surprise. It may ask, quietly, is it safe to let go this much? So if you notice a small wave of alertness, welcome it kindly. It is simply an old guard checking in. Let that guard know, gently, that you are here. That tonight, you are not alone inside yourself. Bring your attention back to your breath, not controlling it, just observing how it moves. Now, perhaps it has slowed. Perhaps it feels deeper without trying. Each breath is a signal to your body that it does not need to reach outward anymore. Nothing is required from you in this moment. No emotional labor. No silent fixing. No absorbing. Now imagine that your awareness is drifting slightly downward, as if you are sinking into warm water. Not falling, being received. Your thoughts may stretch and blur at the edges. This is exactly where we want to be. In this softened state, let an image form naturally. Do not force details. Just allow the sense of it. Imagine that your body is surrounded by a faint, a translucent field. Not a shield, not a wall, more like a gentle atmosphere that belongs only to you. This field is breathable, flexible, alive. It moves with you. And it knows the difference between connection and intrusion. For most of your life, this field has been too open. Not because you failed, but because you were taught that openness meant goodness. That saying yes meant safety. That feeling everything meant you were doing love correctly. So tonight, we are not closing the field. We are teaching it discernment. Notice the edges of this field. Now, notice how it feels to sense where you end. There is no sharp line, just a knowing. And within this knowing, you might begin to notice something unexpected. Some sensations inside you. Feel calmer, more settled. They have weight, but not heaviness. other sensations, feel restless, buzzing, as if they don't quite fit. These are the ones we will gently unhook. You do not need to know who they came from. You do not need a story. You do not need to revisit the past. We are working at the level of sensation, not memories. Bring awareness to one of these restless sensations. Now, the one that feels least at home. Perhaps it feels like pressure. Perhaps like static. Perhaps like a hum. Do not analyze it. Just notice where it lives in your body. Now imagine that this sensation is connected to you by a soft thread. Not a rope. Not a chain. A thread. This thread was formed through empathy, through care, through resonance, and threads like this can be released without harm. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine that your inner hands are gently touching this thread, not pulling, not cutting, simply acknowledging it. Silently say, "Thank you for what you taught me." You are free to return. Now, as you breathe out, imagine the thread loosening on its own, drifting away, not disappearing violently, just finding its way back to where it belongs. Notice what happens in your body when you do this. There may be space. There may be warmth. There may be nothing dramatic at all. All responses are correct. Now repeat this process with another sensation, if one presents itself. If not, trust that your system is doing exactly what it needs. One of the deepest fears empaths carry is the fear of becoming cold, of becoming uncaring, of losing connection. So listen carefully to this truth, because it will allow you to rest more deeply. Releasing what is not yours does not make you less loving. It makes your love cleaner, more precise, more sustainable. You are not disconnecting. You are returning to yourself, so that connection can be chosen, not reflexive. Feel how different that is in your body. Chosen connection feels warm. Reflexive absorption feels draining. Your body knows this difference. Now, let your awareness drift to your heart area again. Notice how it feels compared to earlier. Perhaps there is a softness, perhaps a gentle ache releasing. If emotion arises, let it. Tears are not a setback. They are a sign of circulation returning. Now imagine that the space you have created inside you begins to fill with something new. Not effort, not responsibility, but quiet nourishment. This nourishment does not rush in. It arrives slowly, as if respecting your nervous system. It feels like rest, like permission, like a subtle sense of being on your own side. Say silently, I am allowed to receive. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to have my own life force return to me. Let these words echo softly inside. As borrowed energy leaves, your own energy naturally moves back into place. You do not have to pull it in. It recognizes its home. You may begin to feel heavier in a good way, grounded, supported by the bed beneath you. Let your legs relax, your feet, your toes. Each part of your body that relaxes is a signal that vigilance is no longer required. Now imagine that this gentle clearing is something your body remembers how to do. Not just tonight, but every night. You are teaching your system a new nighttime ritual. One where you return borrowed energy before sleep and call your own essence back without effort. This is how deep rest begins. This is how your body learns to expect peace instead of tension. As you continue breathing, allow your thoughts to drift. They may become dreamlike, fragmented, soft. That is perfect. In the next part, we will move even deeper into the subconscious layer, where old emotional contracts dissolve, and where your system learns that it no longer has to earn love by carrying a pain. A tone hint equals hypnotic. A pace hint equals very slow. FX equals high reverb. A volume equals muted. A presence equals 0, 92. Emphasize equals emotional contracts. An earned love. Deep permission. As you rest here, drifting between thought and silence, your mind no longer needs to stay sharp. It can soften. Now, blur the edges, because we are moving into a deeper layer. This is not the layer of daily emotion. This is the layer where patterns were formed long before you had words for them. The place where your system learned what love costs. You do not need to remember anything clearly. In fact, clarity is not required here. Only presence. Notice how your body feels heavier. Now, as if gravity has become kind. As if the bed beneath you is no longer something you lie on, but something that holds you. Let your breathing slow even more. Not intentionally. It slows because your system trusts where this is going. Now listen gently. Many empaths made quiet agreements early in life. Not spoken agreements. Felt agreements. Agreements like, if I understand others, I will be safe. If I carry their emotions, I will be needed. If I stay alert, I will not be abandoned. These agreements were not mistakes. They were intelligent responses to your environment. Your system did what it had to do to survive, to belong, to stay connected. So we will not judge these contracts. We will thank them. And then we will let them complete their work. Bring your attention to the center of your chest again. Deeper this time, as if you are sensing behind the heart, not just in front of it. You may notice a feeling of seriousness here. A quiet responsibility, almost like an old promise still being kept. That promise might sound like this, deep down. I will carry this, so others don't have to. Let that sentence float through you. Not to agree with it, just to recognize it. Now notice what happens when you imagine not carrying it anymore. There may be fear. There may be guilt. There may be relief trying to break through both. But all of it is welcome. Here is something your system needs to hear. Slowly, repeatedly, without force. You are not required to suffer to be worthy of love. Let those words pass through you like a low bell. not loud, but resonant. You did not sign a lifetime contract to absorb pain. You signed a temporary agreement to survive a certain chapter. And that chapter is over. Your system may resist this idea at first. It may ask, if I stop carrying, who will I be? Who will need me? Not visual in detail, just a sense of stored obligations, old emotional debts, invisible promises. You do not need to open them one by one. That would be tiring. Instead, imagine that the archive itself is being thanked. Silently say, "Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for helping me belong." You may rest. Now, as you say this, imagine the archive dissolving into warmth, not disappearing abruptly, softening, becoming fluid. Notice if your shoulders drop a little more, if your breath deepens without effort. These are signs of permission being accepted. Now bring awareness to your throat. Empaths often hold unsaid truths here. Swallowed needs, paused expressions. If there is tightness, do not try to open it. Just let it know it does not have to hold silence for others anymore. Silently say, "My voice belongs to me. Even when I am quiet, I am not disappearing." Let that settle. As these contracts dissolve, you may notice a subtle emptiness. This can feel unsettling at first, because emptiness used to mean danger, loneliness, being unseen. But tonight, emptiness means availability. Availability for rest. Availability for joy. Availability for blessings that do not require sacrifice. Your system is learning a new equation. Love does not require depletion. Repeat internally, very slowly. Love does not require depletion. Now, allow your awareness to drift downward, deeper into the body, into the stomach, into the pelvis, into the base of the spine. This is where safety lies. Not intellectual safety, physical safety. Notice how supported you are right Now, at the surface beneath you, at the stillness around you, there is nothing you need to monitor, nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to anticipate. Your system can finally stand down from duty. If images arise, let them fade. If thoughts arise, let them trail off mid-sentence. You are allowed to not finish everything tonight. This is especially important for you. You have finished enough for a lifetime. Now imagine that where the old contracts once lived, something new is forming. Not a rule, not a demand, a knowing. The knowing that you are allowed to receive love without proving your usefulness. Let this knowing sink into the deep body, where beliefs turn into reflexes. You may feel drowsy. Now, as heavy-limbed, soft-headed, that is perfect. As you continue to drift, your system is recalibrating, releasing the need to earn, releasing the need to absorb, releasing the need to stay hyper-aware. In the next part, we will begin to gently invite your own blessings back into this newly cleared space, teaching your system how to recognize ease as safe and abundance as natural. Tone hint equals gentle ethereal. Pace hint equals very slow. FX equals high reverb. Volume equals soft. Presence equals 0, 93. Emphasize equals natural receiving. Quiet abundance. Inner allowance. Now that the old emotional contracts have softened and quietly dissolved, something subtle begins to change inside you. There is more space than there was before. A gentle openness where tension used to live. And in this open space, your nervous system starts to notice something new. The possibility of receiving without effort, without obligation, without the familiar fear of losing yourself. For so long, receiving may have felt dangerous to you. Receiving attention, care, love, or even rest may have come with an invisible price. Your body learned that if you accepted too much, you might owe something back, or be pulled into someone else's emotional gravity. So you learned to give instead, and to stay alert, and to stay useful, and to stay slightly ahead of other people's needs. But tonight, That pattern is no longer required. And tonight, your body is learning a different truth, that receiving can be neutral, and safe, and deeply regulating. As you rest here, imagine that the space around you is gently supportive. It's like warm water holding your body without pressure. Nothing is pushing into you. Nothing is asking for anything. This support does not need you to perform, to respond, or to stay vigilant. It simply exists. And notice how your body responds to that idea. Perhaps there is a small softening in your shoulders, or a subtle release behind the eyes, or a slow, quiet exhale that happens all on its own. This is your system beginning to recalibrate its relationship with receiving. You are not taking anything away from anyone. You are not absorbing anyone else's emotional state. You are simply allowing what is already available to reach you gently. And stop where it belongs, at your boundary, nourishing you without crossing into obligation. You may begin to sense that receiving does not mean merging. It does not mean carrying. It does not mean holding space for someone else. Receiving, in its healthiest form, is a one-way flow that ends inside your own body. It fills you, steadies you, and then settles. And as you allow this idea to sink deeper, the clean ski nourishment and emotional weight, clean nourishment feels quiet. It does not rush. It does not demand a reaction. Emotional weight, on the other hand, used to come with urgency, attention, and a tightening sense of responsibility. That old signal is no longer needed. Your nervous system is learning a new signal. Now, calm is safe. Unease is safe. Stillness is safe. Notice how your breath moves as you receive this support. You are not pulling it in. You are not controlling it. The breath arrives, it fills, and leaves, and all by itself. This is the rhythm of healthy receiving. Nothing lingers that does not belong. Nothing sticks. And if your mind tries to scan for hidden costs or future expectations, you can gently remind it that this moment has no strings attached. You are allowed to be supported without explanation. You are allowed to rest without justification. You are allowed to receive without becoming responsible for anyone else's feelings. As this understanding deepens, your body may begin to feel heavier, more settled, as if gravity itself has become kinder. Muscles that were once subtly braced can begin to loosen. The jaw unclenches. The tongue rests. The chest moves freely. This is not collapse. This is not shut down. This is regulated safety. And in this state, your system starts to recognize that you no longer need to stay half awake to protect yourself. You no longer need to monitor emotional shifts in the room. You no longer need to prepare for impact. Nothing is coming toward you that you must catch or contain. Receiving can now become passive and restorative, like warmth spreading slowly through your limbs, like a steady hum of quiet reassurance beneath your thoughts. You are not being filled by someone else's energy. You are reconnecting with your own. The energy that was once spent scanning, absorbing, and adjusting is gently returning to you, settling back into your body where it belongs. And as it returns, it does not rush. It finds its place naturally, bringing with it a sense of wholeness that does not depend on anyone else. This is the point where your system learns an important distinction. You can be open without being porous. You can be receptive without being penetrated. You can be present without being pulled. This knowing does not need to be intellectual. Your body understands it through sensation, through the feeling of being held by something larger that does not ask for anything in return, through the experience of ease without aftermath. And as you remain here, receiving quietly, you may notice your thoughts beginning to slow. The mind does not need to narrate this process. It does not need to label or evaluate it. Everything is happening at a level deeper than words. Your body is remembering what it feels like to be supported by life itself, rather than by effort or hyper-attunement. This memory is ancient and familiar, even if it has been dormant for a long time. Soon, without any effort on your part, this sense of safe receiving will begin to guide you naturally toward deeper rest. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to fix, nothing more to release. The ground beneath you is stable. Your boundaries are intact. Your energy is your own. And because of that, your system can now allow itself to descend into sleep without fear of intrusion or loss. In the next part, this gentle state of receiving will carry you even further inward, as your body slips effortlessly into deeper, more restorative layers of rest, protected, supported, and completely undisturbed. Tone hint equals healer hypnotic. Pace hint equals extremely slow. FX equals echo chamber. Volume equals muted. Presence equals 0, 91. Emphasize equals inner protection. Safe descent. Guarded rest. You are doing beautifully. Now, even if your mind is drifting, even if parts of this are slipping past awareness, that is exactly how it is meant to work. Sleep is not something you fall into. It is something your body allows when it feels protected enough to let go. So, now, we shift gently from receiving into guarding what you have reclaimed. Not with effort, with quiet certainty. Notice how heavy your body feels. Now, as if gravity has deepened, as if the bed beneath you is no longer separate from you. Your limbs may feel distant. Your thoughts may come in fragments. This is the doorway. And at this doorway, we place something important. Inner protection. Empaths often sleep with their boundaries open. Not because they want to, but because their nervous system never learned that sleep could be safe. So even while resting, a part of you stayed awake, listening, holding, processing emotions that were never invited. And tonight, we change that pattern. Bring your attention gently to the space just behind your forehead. Not the thoughts, the space behind them. Imagine that this space is dimming, like lights lowering in a quiet room. There is no need to see clearly. Now, your system is being handed over to something wiser than conscious effort. Now imagine that around your body, the gentle field you sensed earlier becomes slightly more defined. It's still soft, and still breathable, but Now it carries one new quality. A discernment. Only what is yours may enter. Only what nourishes you may remain. This is not something you must enforce. It is something your system remembers how to do naturally. Say silently, "My rest is guarded. My sleep is safe." Let the words drift through you. You may notice a subtle settling when you say them, as if something clicks into place. That is your nervous system accepting protection without vigilance. Now, allow your awareness to drop even lower, below thought, below memories, into the quiet intelligence of the body. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Now, it may be very slow, almost imperceptible. Each breath is like a wave that does not need to reach shore. It simply rises and falls. You do not need to follow it anymore. As your mind loosens its grip, images may begin to appear. Random, symbolic, unfinished. Let them come and go without engagement. They are signs that you are entering sleep. Now, imagine that there is a presence within you. Not a voice, not a figure, a steady, quiet awareness that knows how to keep you safe. This presence does not analyze. It does not worry. It simply maintains your inner environment while you rest. You have always had this, but it was overshadowed by responsibility. And tonight, responsibility steps aside. Silently say, "I trust my inner guardian." Feel what happens when you do. Your shoulders may drop again. Your belly may soften further. Your breath may deepen once more before becoming shallow. This is the sign of descent. Feel this descent as a gift you give yourself. A surrender that is not defeat, but a homecoming. Your mind may wonder if it's allowed to let go this completely. The answer is yes. This is your birthright. To rest without guarding. To sleep without solving. To dream without interpreting. Your body is learning that it can release into the arms of the night and be held, not drained. This is a new memory being formed in your cells. a memory of safety, so deep it rewrites the old story of vigilance. Notice how your heartbeat slows to match the rhythm of rest. Notice how your thoughts, once so eager to manage, now simply float like leaves on a still pond. They do not need to be gathered. They are allowed to drift. And in this drifting, you find a peace that is not passive, but powerful. A peace that knows how to sustain itself without your constant attention. This is the peace of trees at night, of mountains in the dark, of the earth turning in its sleep. You are part of that turning. Now, held by gravity, cradled by silence, and slowly returning to the source of your own being. Now imagine that as you sleep, any energy that does not belong to you is gently filtered out. Not dramatically, automatically, like breathing out carbon dioxide. Natural and effortless. You do not have to wake to release it. Your system knows how. Now, this is crucial for empaths. Your sleep is no longer a time of vulnerability. It is a time of restoration. Repeat silently. Sleep restores me. Sleep returns me to myself. Let the words dissolve into sensation. If your thoughts try to grasp again, that is okay. They will tire soon. Your body is leading. Now, notice the space behind your eyes, the softness there, the sense of drifting backward. You may feel as though you are floating slightly, or sinking, or both at once. There is no need to choose. Now imagine that each hour of sleep ahead of you is wrapped in calm. Nothing enters without permission. Nothing lingers without belonging. Your nervous system remains offline from others' emotions, online only to your own rhythm. This is not withdrawal. This is healthy regulation. As you sink deeper, allow one final instruction to settle into your subconscious. Rest is not absence. Rest is integration. Your system uses this time to align you with what is meant for you. Without effort, without strain, You do not need to plan blessings. They respond to your alignment. And alignment happens best when you are asleep. Your breathing now may be barely noticeable. Your body very still. That is perfect. In the next part, your conscious mind will step fully aside, and the deeper layers will begin drawing toward you what supports your life path, while you remain safely asleep, as held and undisturbed. Tone hint equals ethereal fading. Pace hint equals extremely slow. FX equals high reverb. Volume equals muted. Presence equals 0, 90. Emphasize equals deep sleep guidance. Effortless alignment. Quiet unfolding. Now that your body has been guided into this quieter, more stable rhythm, there is a natural shift happening beneath your awareness. You may not even need to notice it clearly. It feels more like drifting than doing, more like sinking than moving. Your system understands that it is safe to go deeper. Now, the protections that were gently established earlier are still in place, holding steady without effort. You do not need to maintain them. They are self-sustaining, like a soft perimeter that remains even as your attention fades. Because of this, your body no longer has a reason to stay alert. It no longer needs to hover near the surface of sleep. It can begin its descent, slow and unforced, into deeper layers of rest. As this descent continues, you may notice moments where your awareness flickers slightly, like a dimming light. The thoughts lose their sharp edges. Images may blur or dissolve before they finish forming. This is not something to correct or hold on to. This gentle fading is a sign that your nervous system is transitioning into a more restorative state. In the past, moments like this may have triggered a reflex to wake up again, to check your surroundings, to make sure nothing was being missed. Tonight, that reflex is no longer necessary. There is nothing you need to monitor, nothing you need to manage. Your system has already received the signal that it is contained, supported, and undisturbed. Your breathing continues its quiet rhythm, deeper, now slower, less deliberate. Each breath seems to originate lower in the body, as if the chest has handed its work over to the belly, and the belly to the earth beneath you. With every exhale, Gravity feels more trustworthy. Your body settles further into whatever is supporting it, allowing weight to distribute evenly, without tension or resistance. Muscles that once held themselves just slightly engaged can now fully release. There is no need to be ready. There is no need to respond. As you sink further, your nervous system begins to recalibrate at a very deep level. Patterns of vigilance that were learned long ago start to loosen their grip, not through effort, but through irrelevance. They simply no longer have a role here. In this protected rest, there are no emotional signals to decode, no energetic shifts to absorb, no subtle cues to track. Your system learns, through direct experience, that nothing bad happens when you stop paying attention. In fact, everything improves. Repair becomes possible. Restoration begins. You may feel sensations of heaviness or lightness, or perhaps a gentle numbness spreading through parts of the body. All of these are normal signs of deepening sleep. They are indicators that sensory input is being turned down, that the external world is fading into the background. Your body knows how to do this. It has done it many times before, even if it did not always. Feel safe enough to go this far. Tonight is different. Tonight, your system understands that it will not be startled awake by emotional demands or energetic intrusion. The boundaries remain intact even as consciousness softens. There may be brief moments where fragments of thought appear, disconnected and fleeting. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to finish them. They are simply echoes of waking consciousness dissolving. Let them drift by like distant sounds, growing quieter and less meaningful. The deeper you go, the less those fragments matter. Your body is taking the lead. And now, guiding itself into the kind of rest that repairs the nervous system, balances emotional regulation, and restores energy without depletion. At this level of rest, your system begins to reorganize itself automatically. Hormones recalibrate. Neural pathways that have been overused quiet down, while others strengthen. The constant background tension that once accompanied your empathy begins to unwind. Your body remembers what it feels like to exist without being tethered to external emotional currents. This memory is felt, not thought. It shows up as ease, as steadiness, as a deep sense of internal quiet. You do not need to stay present for this process. In fact, the less you are aware of it, the more effective it becomes. Sleep deepens not through focus, but through letting go. And as you let go, you may feel as if you are sinking into something vast and dark, not in a frightening way, but in a soothing, enveloping way, like being wrapped in night itself. This darkness is not empty. It is full of rest, full of restoration, full of silence that heals. Even if you briefly surface again, even if awareness returns for a moment, there is no need to react. You can simply allow yourself to sink back down, knowing that the deeper layers are still there, waiting. Nothing has been lost. Nothing needs to be restarted. Your system knows the path. Now, each return to depth becomes easier, more familiar, more automatic. As this deep rest stabilizes, it creates a foundation for what comes next. This sleep is not just about recovery. It is about integration. The boundaries, the release, the ability to receive without cost. All of these are being woven into your system at a level beyond conscious effort. They are becoming part of how your body naturally operates. So when you eventually wake, these changes will still be there, subtle but steady, influencing how you move through the world without requiring attention or work. For now, there is nothing more to do than continue sinking, drifting, resting. Your body is safe. Your energy is protected. Your awareness can fade completely if it wants to. And as you remain in this deep, undisturbed rest, your system prepares quietly for the next phase, where this restored state will begin to shape how you relate to others, drawing in connection that feels balanced, calm, and mutual, without effort or sacrifice. A tone hint equals ethereal. A pace hint equals extremely slow. An FX equals echo chamber. A volume equals muted. Presence equals 0, 90. Emphasize equals gentle attraction. Aligned resonance. Effortless belonging. As your body remains suspended in this deep, protected rest, something subtle begins to reorganize beneath the surface. There is no effort involved, no conscious choice required. The changes that were prepared earlier are now being integrated at a level that does not need words. Your system, having experienced true safety and uninterrupted rest, begins to recalibrate how it recognizes connection. In the past, your sensitivity may have pulled you toward intensity. Strong emotions, urgency, and unspoken need often registered as closeness. Your nervous system learned to interpret activation as meaning. But in this deeper state, that old interpretation no longer fits. Your body now knows what calm feels like. It knows what regulation feels like. And because of that, it begins to prefer resonance over intensity. Resonance is quiet. It does not demand your attention. It does not rush toward you or pull at your energy. It feels balanced, mutual, and easy to be around. As your system rests here, it starts to distinguish between connections that soothe and connections that deplete. This distinction does not arise from analysis. It shows up as sensation, a sense of steadiness in the chest, an absence of pressure in the gut, a feeling of being able to remain fully yourself without adjusting or shrinking. These sensations are becoming your new internal compass, guiding you toward interactions that do not cost you your peace. And even in sleep, your nervous system is learning what to allow closer and what to keep at a healthy distance. This learning happens automatically through repetition and felt experience. The deep rest you are in now reinforces a simple truth. You do not need emotional intensity to feel connected. You do not need to merge with someone else's inner world to be close. You can remain grounded in your own body and still experience warmth, familiarity, and care. This realization settles into your system like a quiet correction, replacing old patterns without force. As this integration continues, your body begins to release the habit of scanning for other people's moods. The subtle vigilance that once operated in the background starts to fade. There is no longer a need to track shifts in tone and energy, your emotional undercurrents. Your system trusts that it will recognize what is relevant when it truly matters. And because of that trust, it can stay relaxed even in the presence of others. This is a profound shift. It frees up enormous amounts of energy that were previously spent on anticipation and adjustment. You may notice that the idea of connection now feels slower, less urgent, more spacious. This is not disinterest. It is discernment. Your body is learning that what is meant for you does not require you to chase it, fix it, or carry it. Resonant connections arrive gently. They feel familiar without being overwhelming. They do not trigger the need to rescue or explain or overextend. And as this understanding deepens, your system begins to withdraw its energy from dynamics that rely on imbalance. Not through rejection or judgment, but through lack of resonance. Those dynamics simply no longer register as meaningful. At this level of rest, your body is also learning that you do not need to prove your worth through availability. You do not need to be endlessly open to be loved. You do not need to absorb emotional weight to belong. This learning is subtle but powerful. It shifts how your presence is felt by others. When you are regulated and contained, people who are capable of mutual connection feel more at ease around you. Those who unconsciously seek someone to hold their emotional load may feel less drawn to you. And that is not a loss. It is alignment. Your system is practicing this new pattern. Now, in the safety of sleep, it is rehearsing what it feels like to remain steady while others remain responsible for their own internal states. It is learning that you can be compassionate without being consumed, that you can care without carrying, that you can listen without absorbing. These distinctions are becoming embodied knowledge, not rules you have to remember. As this integration settles, your sense of self becomes quieter and more solid at the same time. There is less internal noise, fewer emotional echoes that do not belong to you. In their place, there is a gentle continuity, a feeling of being anchored in yourself regardless of who is around you. This anchoring allows connection to happen naturally, without effort or defense. You do not need to guard against closeness anymore, because your boundaries are internalized. And they move with you. They adapt without collapsing. This deep integration prepares you for the next stage, where this new way of relating begins to stabilize even further. The rest you are in now is not passive. It is actively shaping how your nervous system responds to the world. When you eventually wake, you may find that certain interactions feel different, lighter, or less compelling than before. You may notice an increased attraction to calm environments, emotionally steady people, and rhythms that support your regulation. This is not a preference you have to enforce. It will arise naturally. For now, your only task is to continue resting. Let this understanding settle without interference. Let your system complete its quiet recalibration. Everything is unfolding in the right order. And as you remain in this deep and protected sleep, your body prepares to carry this resonance forward, allowing the next phase to gently reinforce your sense of stability, self-trust, and effortless alignment. Tone hint equals ethereal fading. Pace hint equals extremely slow. FX equals high reverb. Volume equals muted. Presence equals 0, 90. Emphasize equals sealed boundaries. Waking continuity. Quiet stability. As this deep, resonant calm continues to settle throughout your body, something important begins to stabilize. What you have been experiencing is no longer just a temporary state created by rest. It is becoming a baseline. The boundaries that once needed conscious effort to maintain are now integrating into your nervous system as an automatic function. You are not holding them up. You are not reinforcing them. They are simply there, present, and responsive, adjusting naturally as you move through different internal and external environments. This is what it feels like when boundaries stop being defensive and start being structural. Your system understands now that boundaries are not walls. They are not barriers that cut you off from connection. They are the natural contours of your own energy, defining where you end and where others begin. And because they are internalized, they remain intact even when you are relaxed, even when you are open, even when you are asleep. This realization allows your body to rest more deeply. because there is no longer a fear that letting go will result in intrusion or loss of self. As you remain in this state of deep rest, your nervous system is learning how to maintain these boundaries without tension. In the past, boundaries may have been associated with bracing, vigilance, or emotional distance. Now they feel neutral, quiet, almost invisible. You do not feel them because they are not being challenged. They do their work silently, filtering what enters your awareness and what passes through without sticking. Emotional signals that do not belong to you lose their pull. They may register briefly, then fade, leaving your internal state unchanged. This stabilization has a profound effect on how safe your body feels in the world. Even in sleep, your system is rehearsing what it feels like to remain contained in a variety of imagined situations. Being near others, being alone, being in motion, being still. In each scenario, the same underlying steadiness remains. There is no collapse, no overextension, no urgency to adjust. This consistency builds trust within your nervous system. It learns that your sense of self does not depend on circumstances. It travels with you. As this trust deepens, your body becomes less reactive to subtle shifts in environment or energy. The sounds soften, sensations become less intrusive. Your awareness can drift without snapping back into alertness. This is a sign that your system no longer expects to be overwhelmed. It expects continuity. And because of that expectation, it can remain relaxed even as it stays responsive. This is the balance your body has been seeking. You may begin to notice that the idea of waking up no longer carries tension. There is no need to prepare for the world in advance. No need to armor yourself. The boundaries you are integrating will still be there when you open your eyes. They will guide your interactions effortlessly, without requiring thought or effort. This understanding allows your system to rest more completely. And now, knowing that nothing needs to be held in reserve. At a deeper level, your body is also learning that it can say no without conflict. And yes, without obligation. These responses arise naturally from your internal state. not from rules or scripts. When something aligns, your body opens. When it does not, your body remains settled and neutral. There is no need for justification, no need for explanation. This simplicity is deeply regulating. It removes the emotional labor that once accompanied every interaction. As this integration continues, your sense of time may blur. You may lose track of where you are in the process. And that is a good sign. It means the changes are moving out of conscious awareness and into the background, where they can operate consistently. Your system does not need reminders. It does not need reinforcement. It is learning through repetition and felt safety. The steadiness you are experiencing now is not rigid. It is flexible and adaptive. It allows you to respond to the world without absorbing it, to engage without entanglement, to remain present without becoming responsible for outcomes that are not yours. This flexibility is what makes the boundaries sustainable. They do not tire. They do not require maintenance. They simply function. As you remain in this deep rest, your system prepares to carry this stability forward into waking life. The next time you encounter emotional intensity, your body will recognize it as information, not a call to action. The next time you experience connection, your body will remain grounded within itself. This is not something you will need to remember. It will happen automatically, guided by the patterns being reinforced. Now, for the moment, there is nothing more to do. Let the rest continue. Let the boundaries settle even more deeply into your system. Everything is unfolding in the right sequence. And as this stable foundation completes itself, your body prepares for the final integration, where this sense of worth, steadiness, and self-trust becomes fully anchored, carrying you gently toward the closing phase of this process, while you remain safely, deeply asleep. The tone hint equals hypnotic. Pace hint equals extremely slow. FX equals echo chamber. Volume equals muted. Presence equals 0, 90. And emphasize equals inherent worth. Quiet confidence, stable self-trust, as the stability of your boundaries settles into something permanent and effortless. your system begins to integrate one final, essential understanding. This understanding does not arrive as a thought or belief. It is felt directly in the quiet confidence of your body at rest. Your worth does not fluctuate. It does not rise when you are needed. And it does not fall when you are still. It remains constant, present even when you are asleep, even when you are doing nothing at all. This realization moves through your system slowly, gently, replacing old patterns that once tied value to effort, responsiveness, or emotional labor. In the past, your sense of worth may have been subtly linked to how much you gave, how available you were, or how well you could anticipate the needs of others. Being attuned may have felt like the price of belonging. But in this deep, protected state, your body is learning a different truth. Worth is not something you generate. It is not something you maintain through vigilance. It exists independently of action. And because of that, it does not disappear when you rest. This truth settles into your system like a quiet anchor, steadying everything around it. As you remain here, your nervous system begins to release the habit of earning safety. There is no longer a need to stay useful in order to feel secure. No need to remain emotionally available in order to matter. Your system recognizes that safety and worth are internal states, not rewards granted by others. This recognition allows deep rest to continue uninterrupted. Nothing needs to be monitored. Nothing needs to be proven. You may notice that the idea of being unproductive now feels neutral or even comforting. The stillness does not trigger guilt. The silence does not. Feel empty. These are signs that your system is no longer equating worth with output. Instead, it understands that value is inherent. It is present in your existence, in your breath, in your quiet presence. This understanding is deeply regulating. It removes the subtle pressure that once lived beneath your awareness, pushing you to stay engaged even when you were exhausted. At this level of integration, your body begins to trust itself more deeply. Self-trust does not come from constant self-monitoring. It comes from knowing that you will remain intact regardless of external conditions. Your system learns that it can rely on its own internal signals without second-guessing them. When something feels aligned, You move toward it naturally. When it does not, you remain settled and clear. There is no internal debate, no need for justification. This clarity is calm, not reactive. As this understanding deepens, your body begins to rest even more fully. Muscles soften further. Breathing becomes almost imperceptible. Awareness drifts without resistance. The background hum of self-evaluation fades away. You do not need to assess how you are doing. You are simply being. And in this being, your system finds a profound sense of completeness. This integration of worth also changes how you relate to others, and even as you sleep. Without effort, your system begins to orient toward relationships that reflect mutual respect and balance. Dynamics that rely on self-sacrifice lose their appeal. Not because you reject them, but because they no longer resonate. Your body now recognizes that connection does not require you to diminish yourself. It does not require you to stay small or overly accommodating. This recognition is quiet but firm. You may begin to sense a gentle confidence spreading through your body, not as excitement or intensity, but as steadiness, a feeling of being on solid ground. This confidence does not need validation. It does not seek confirmation. It exists regardless of who is present or absent. This is what embodied worth feels like. Calm, consistent, unmoved by fluctuation. As this final layer integrates, your system prepares to carry it forward into waking life without conscious effort. When you eventually open your eyes, this sense of worth will already be there, influencing how you move, speak, and choose without requiring thought. You will not need to remember it. It will be expressed naturally through your boundaries, your pacing, and your responses. This is the culmination of the process you have been moving through, where release, protection, resonance, and stability converge into a quiet, enduring sense of self. For now, there is nothing more to do. Let this understanding settle even deeper. Let your body remain in this state of complete rest, knowing that your worth is intact, your boundaries are stable, and your energy is your own. In the next and final part, this integrated state will be gently sealed, allowing you to remain in deep sleep or drift naturally toward waking, carrying everything you have integrated with you effortlessly, without strain or effort. A tone hint equals ethereal fading. A pace hint equals extremely slow. An FX equals high reverb. A volume equals muted. A presence equals 0, 90. Emphasize equals final ceiling. Lasting peace. And effortless blessings. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, there is nothing more to understand, nothing more to release, nothing more to become. Everything essential has already shifted. Your body knows it. Your nervous system knows it. And because you are asleep, there is no resistance left to interfere. This is the moment where everything gently settles into place. Not with force, not with ceremony, with quiet certainty. Imagine, without forming images, that all the work done tonight gathers into one simple state. A state of being at home in yourself. This state does not come and go. It remains. You do not have to remember how you got here. You do not have to recreate anything. Your system now recognizes this as normal. Normal to be rested. Normal to be protected. Normal to be whole. As you sleep, this state anchors deeper than memory, deeper than belief. It anchors as default. From this default, your life unfolds differently. Not dramatically, naturally. You wake with your energy intact. You move through the day without absorbing. You return to sleep without carrying residue. Each cycle reinforces the next. This is the loop. Now, old patterns no longer restart automatically. They have lost their fuel. There is nothing pulling you back. Your empathic sensitivity is finally working for you, guiding you, and protecting you, connecting you without draining you. And because your inner world is no longer crowded, your blessings have space to arrive. They do not rush. They do not demand attention. They settle in quietly. The support shows up where you least expect it. Ease replaces effort in small, meaningful ways. You notice life meeting you halfway. This is not coincidence. It is alignment expressing itself. Alignment is the natural state of a system that is no longer fighting itself. It is harmony. It is flow. It is the quiet hum of everything working together, and effortlessly, you are entering that flow. Now, not just for tonight, but as a new way of being. A way where you no longer have to push against the current of life. Instead, you learn to sense its direction and move with it. This movement is graceful. It is efficient. It is kind to your soul. As this alignment deepens, you may notice your dreams becoming softer, less chaotic, more symbolic of healing than of fear. Your subconscious is now a partner in your well-being, not a repository of old pain. It speaks to you in metaphors of restoration, of bridges being rebuilt, of gardens being watered, of doors opening into sunlit rooms. These are the dreams of a system that believes in safety, that trusts in renewal, that knows how to heal itself while you sleep. And when you wake, this alignment does not vanish. It lingers in your first conscious breath, in the way you stretch your body, feeling its wholeness, in the way you greet the morning without dread. The world may still be the same, but you are different. You are clearer. You are calmer. You are more contained. Your energy stays with you. And from that place of fullness, you engage with the day. You notice beauty more easily. You feel gratitude more spontaneously. You respond to challenges with a steadiness that surprises you. This is the ripple effect of a night spent in true restoration. And alignment does not need reinforcement. It sustains itself. As you remain asleep, imagine that this state seals gently but completely, like a soft imprint. It's like a familiar rhythm returning. Nothing can shake it easily, because it is not fragile. It is built on rest. If at any point in the future you feel old habits stir, this state remains underneath, waiting, stable. You return to it without trying, because it is yours. And so, as you drift even deeper, know that this work is done. The heavy lifting is over. The releasing, the clearing, the sealing, the integrating, and all of it is complete. Your system has received the instructions. It has absorbed the new patterns. It has memorized the feeling of safety. And now, it is time to entrust yourself fully to sleep. To let go of even the intention to heal. To simply be a body resting in a bed, in a room, on a planet spinning silently through space. You are part of something vast, yet you are also uniquely yourself. A self that is now lighter, clearer, more free. The night holds you without asking for anything in return. The air you breathe nourishes you without condition. The silence around you is not empty, but full of potential. A potential for renewal, for insight, for peace. You are swimming in that potential. Now, let it carry you. Let it soothe every cell. Let it whisper to your soul that all is well. And all will be well. You have done enough. You have been enough. And now, there is only rest. This deep rest is your inheritance. It is the birthright you reclaim tonight. A birthright of peace, of wholeness, of connection to a source that never drains, only replenishes. You are plugged into that source. Now, not through effort, but through allowance. You allow yourself to be filled. You allow yourself to be held. You allow yourself to receive without limit. This is the secret that was never really a secret. You were always worthy of this. You were always meant to rest this deeply, to love this freely, to live this lightly. The only thing that ever stood in the way was an old story, a story that you have, now gently closed, A new story begins tonight. A story of homecoming, of belonging to yourself first, so that you can belong to the world in a healthier, a happier way. This story writes itself while you sleep. You are both the author and the main character, and every page turns toward joy. Now let all remaining awareness fade. There is no need to listen anymore. No need to follow words. Your body continues sleeping. Your subconscious continues integrating. Everything important is handled. You are safe. You are whole. You are supported. And as the night carries you forward, your blessings continue to find you gently, consistently, and without cost. There is nothing else to do. Now, simply sleep.